Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today I'm here to tell you about the 2017 Arctic Fox 1150. This is a nice big truck camper meant to go on a dually pickup. Let's go ahead and start on the front here. We'll talk about some of the features of the Arctic Fox, look at some of the storage and everything on the outside here, and then we will head on in. So let's go ahead and start again right here on the front. One of the things I love about Arctic Fox when it comes to the construction is that this is one-piece fiberglass from the front here in the cab over all the way down and into the bulkhead. The big advantage of that means it's less chance for water intrusion. Most manufacturers out there have a seam that goes right through here. When the water runs down, it contacts that seam. So by eliminating that, again, that's less chance for any kind of water to enter right here into the nose of your truck camper. Another great thing about the construction of the Arctic Fox is the structure itself. When they have aluminum framing, the aluminum that they use in RVs generally isn't all that thick. And when you put a screw in there, you only get a couple threads in. So what Arctic Fox does is they put in wood block anchors to make sure that screw is going through the aluminum stud and into that wood block anchor so it has a nice deep bite. And that is why, one of the reasons you can have 32 people on the roof of an Arctic Fox. As we take a look at the front right here, you can see you do have the pass-through window area right there. The jacks on here, all power jacks. They're the Rico Titan heavy duty 2,500 pound jacks. Of course, you have 4 of those. You have over 20 bolts attached right here, which is something Arctic Fox does to make sure it's nice and secure. And you also see that it has this on the bottom to help support it, to make sure it's not going to rip out of your sidewall, because that's definitely the last thing you want. Also, because it, again, is built for a dually, we did go ahead and have the swing out brackets installed on this model. If we come around to the side here, I can open this compartment up for you. Take a look at that. Nice extra storage area. You can see that that does go to the inside as well, so you have some dual access. And if you take a look there, it goes up quite a ways. So if you have some taller items you want to put out here, you certainly can store them right there. If you take a look underneath real quick, you'll see the diamond plating that runs right along here. You also have the Teflon strip there, which is nice. And then you have your black pipe there too. I like the black pipe. It's nice and solid. Of course, that's going to be for your gas. But again, you know, just showing you some of the quality components that Arctic Fox is putting on their camper. Right over here, see this is a magnetic latch, which is nice. Just fold that up. Again, good extra storage. Arctic Fox does a good job of utilizing all the space in the truck camper to make sure you have as much storage here as possible. Now, if we take a look underneath, look at that. Again, more storage right there, which is exactly what you want on a big camper. If we make our way around to the side, let me show you the slide real quick. So this is always something that people are concerned about a little bit, is the slides, afraid of them leaking. But take a look at the seals on here. You have a bulb seal on the very outside, so when this closes up, it's nice and secure. Another bulb seal here, which is going to push up against right here. So you have the double bulb seal, making sure that when it's closed, nothing's going to come in. Then when it's open, you have a swiper seal here. If I pull that back, you'll see another seal right here. It also has this little water runoff. So any water that does get in there is going to run down, hit right here, and then drain right out. So nothing you have to worry about when it comes to water getting in the slide. Arctic Fox does a phenomenal job there. If we come around to the back, we also did install this one with the Fox landing deck here. Currently it's up. This is kind of neat too, something very minor, but I like they did it. They just do a little cutout of the Fox right there. Pretty cool little added feature. But you know, this folds up and out of the way. Of course, this step folds too, so it's, again, it's up and out of the way. But you can pull this guy up. The Fox landing drops right down, and this gives you a nice extra deck area. Of course, you can see, as I mentioned, the steps fold down, so you can climb on up nice and easy. This step right here I did remove. Normally it goes right here, but for video demonstration purposes, I wanted to take it off. It's quite simple to remove as well. You just have this pin, you pull this pin out, turn these 2 pins right here, you see currently it's in, pull it out and twist. Do that on both sides, then you can slide this step right off. And that will give you access to your Joey tray right here. So you can see this guy, take a look at that. As I said, really just utilizing the space. You have this nice long tray, so if you have some longer items like a fishing pole, something like that, this is a great spot to store that. Also in the back here, you'll see you do have the ladder. That way you can climb up on the roof. And clearly, you know, Arctic Fox definitely lets you know this is a fully walkable roof. You can get up there for any kind of maintenance or just hang out up there if you want. And the ladder does fold. That way you're able to access your generator there. That is the Cummins Onan 2500 watt LP Genny, which obviously will run everything in the camper for you. Then right down here is your propane quick connect. If you want to do a little bit of grilling while you're outside, great. All you have to do is bring your grill, you can plug it in right there, and then it will feed off the two 30-pound propane tanks rather than having to buy the little green ones. Also, if you need to plug anything in, you do have an electrical outlet here. So, you know, that's, again, a nice thing to have on the outside of the camper. If you take a look up top, you will notice the power awning. Just touch a button to roll that one out. Same thing to have it go right back in. Speakers out here too. Now those are controlled by our multimedia center inside, but it is Bluetooth capable. So if you want to be able to connect to that wirelessly via Bluetooth, you can go ahead and do that. Another thing I do want to mention, in the bumper here, you will see they do have storage areas on both sides. Again, just a little extra storage. So let's talk about the propane tanks. That's where these are stored right here. Two 30-pounders right there, nice and easy to get at. I do have people that ask why there's not locks on propane. With RVIA, you can't have any locks in your propane. They have to have access to it for fire hazard reasons. That's why on any campers that are sold here in the US, you don't see propane that is locked up. Right underneath here, this is some good plumbing access. You can see right here your black and gray valves. So you can see they're insulated, they're tucked away here, which is great. But you know, Arctic Fox does a good job of giving you a lot of that access there. And then right over here again, extra storage area. So you have one of these on both sides. And then, whoop, let me open this guy up for you so you can take a look again. Giving you some plumbing access. Right outside of that, right here's your 30 amp detachable power cord. If you have satellite, you know, a portable one, you can plug it in right there. Now if you take a look underneath, right here is your black tank flush. So what that is, if you're not familiar, rather than taking a hose and sticking it down your toilet to wash out your black tank when you're done camping, you can just hook a hose up right there. That black tank has sprayers built in. It will go ahead and wash it out for you. Right over here is your battery compartment. This is on a slide-out tray, and it is large enough to have two batteries. So if you want two batteries, which, you know, if you're doing any kind of boondocking, I highly recommend, that does have the space to go ahead and fit it. You have your outside shower right here. Pretty self-explanatory, hot and cold. Nice that it does have the hot access there. Of course, water heater here, and then this is your water inlet. Welcome to the inside of the 2017 Arctic Fox 1150. This particular model is in the elegant truffle interior. So let's take a look at the ceiling real quick. This is one of the most recent changes that Arctic Fox made, and I think it's a great addition. You can see it has a nice curve to it. The nice crown ceiling really helps open this space up. Even though it is an already large truck camper, it definitely gives you that extra space. You'll also see, of course, your AC is right here. Nice big skylight right above the kitchen. You can close that off if you so choose. LED lights throughout the RV as well, which definitely help because it's they use a fraction of the power. That way when you are out camping, boondocking, it'll make sure that your batteries last longer. You'll also notice you have a couple speakers here, which are controlled by the multimedia center, just like these speakers outside. And then you have the ozite ceiling material here. The thing I really like about the ozite is it does have sound deadening properties. So that way when it rains, it's not nearly as loud as most truck campers. Let's take a look right over here at the bathroom. You'll see you do have the nice slider door on here, so it is easy access into the bathroom. You can see your foot flush lever toilet here. Obviously this is a dry bath, which, you know, when you have a big camper like this, you're certainly able to do. Right up from that, you see you have a pull-out drawer, your toilet paper holder, electrical outlet there. Underneath the sink, you see you have some storage there too, as well as plumbing access. You can fit a small trash can in there if you so choose. You'll see the sink top here. And then off to the side, you have this big linen closet. Again, something I like to see. And right behind the door here, you can actually, if I close this door for you, you can see there is a window there. So that definitely lets in a lot of natural light during the day. You have a mirrored medicine cabinet here as well. And then up top, you have your vent fan to quickly help moisture escape. Over to this side is your shower. You can see the hand wand right there. Nice big skylight up top, really giving you a lot of headroom. And then you see you have a built-in shower door here as well, which is pretty nice. So overall, again, just an excellent setup for a dry bath. As we exit out of the bathroom here, we can close the door. Take a look right over here. Good pantry space as we start to move into the kitchen. This does lock into place. It has this little lock right here, so you can release that to slide this out. But it definitely does give you a nice addition for canned goods, things like that. Then right underneath here, you can see you have a couple of shelves there, again, just giving you extra storage. As I mentioned, just maximizing all the space to the fullest. Right over here is the microwave, stainless steel appliances throughout the kitchens in the Arctic Fox. Underneath is our stainless steel hood with a light and fan. Right here, it's kind of tucked away. This is a dimmer switch. If you take a look at the lights here, you can see as I control this, it can dim them down, obviously turn them all the way off. But this is really nice if you do have additional guests, you're waking up in the morning, you want to make a pot of coffee, kind of see what you're doing. Or, if you just want to leave it on really low, in case you have to get up in the middle of the night and use the bathroom, it kind of acts as a night light. So I do like they have the dimmer switch there. Right along here is a backsplash. It's tough to see because it's clear. It's intentionally hard to see. But this really makes it a lot easier to clean if you cook bacon or anything in here, rather than having to try to wipe down wallpaper. You do see the cooktop cover on here too, so you can use this as prep space. That does fold back, and that will reveal your 3-burner cooktop there, front one being high output. Then underneath, if you take a look underneath here, you can see you have a nice big oven. So that's definitely a nice feature as well, to have the big oven in there, especially if you are one that likes to do a lot of baking while you're camping. Good countertop space here too, everything being considered, especially because you have the cooktop cover as well as the sink top cover, so you can utilize this as prep space. And I'm glad that they were able to still fit in a double bowl sink. So you can see the one on the left is larger, the one on the right here a little bit smaller. And then you have a residential pull-out faucet. When I say residential, I mean this is actually what you'd have in a house. It's not all plastic. It is built very well. You can see you have a window there to let in natural light during the day. Right up top here you have a 2-stage LED light. So depending on how bright you want it, you can adjust that right over here. You'll also see you have an electrical outlet underneath there. So if you want to put a coffee maker there, toaster, whatever, you have a spot in which you can plug it in. Right over here is your main control panel. You can see that. This, of course, is everything from your water pump control to your water heater. You will notice that you do have both a gas and electric water heater here. You can turn those both on at the same time for higher recovery. Also your tank monitoring system, and then your generator control is there too. Thermostat right over here, and this is your multimedia center I mentioned. This does control the speakers inside and outside. It also is touchscreen, which is quite nice. Definitely a good unit. Now if we take a look up top, hardwood doors on here, which is great. Go ahead and open those up, and you can see right in here that you do have a shelf built in on both sides. This is excellent for spices, things like that. And then over to this side here, they didn't put in a shelf, so if you do have taller items, that is where they would go. If we take a quick look underneath the countertop, you'll see you have 2 full extension ball bearing drawers. Nice long drawers here as well. So that way, not only can you fit silverware in there, but some of your bigger utensils like spatulas, things like that, you're able to fit in there as well. Little cubby hole there. Then when I open it up, they do give you a little storage here, but this is, excellent access too. You can see your water heater right down there. Valve to turn things off for winterization. Again, they're trying to make things easy for you to access. Now, when I talk about countertop, and I said, you have a good amount of countertop in here, you're probably looking at me like I'm crazy. But the reason why I say that is you do have a countertop extension. It's actually tucked away in the cab over right in this closet. I can show you a little bit later. But that brings your countertop out to here. So you have all this as prep space, which is great. And that's the reason you also have an electrical outlet here. If you want to put anything there, you need to plug something in, you can go ahead and plug it in there. Built-in step, of course, to help you get up into the cab over. This was our pass-through window we saw when we were outside. And take a look at this. They do a good job of having some hidden storage in the Arctic Fox as well, and this is one of them. You can see they give you a nice storage tray here. Then right next to that is the water pump. Again, easy access. Thinking about things you may have to work on, you may have to replace, or for winterization purposes, it's nice to know where that water pump is located. Across the way here is our nice big slide out. It's one of the things I really love about this floor plan is it really opens this space up by having the slide out here. Right next to the slide, you see you have a little bit of storage on the wall there too. But take a look at this. Nice wardrobe space. You can see you have a hanging rack up there, so if you want to hang clothes in there, you're able to do that. Nice big drawer here. Well, not big, but you know, all things being considered, again, that is a good sized drawer. And I showed you that storage on the outside that you could be able to see while you're inside. And this is the one right here. So again, that is kind of dual entry access there. Right next to that's our Norcold fridge freezer, stainless steel fronts again, you know, just giving that same look throughout the entire kitchen. I really do like Norcold. It's made right here in the US, and again, this is a nice big fridge freezer combo, especially for a truck camper. Move over a little bit further and we get into the Dream Dinette. This is nice and comfortable. I really like Arctic Fox's dinette. You know, if you sit in this compared to a lot of truck campers, you can really feel the difference in the foam that they use. The advantage of the Dream Dinette here is it is nice and easy to drop down into a bed. You have a lever right here. You simply just turn this lever over, and then you can actually push this table right down. It'll sit here along the rails. You can then take the cushions, fill it in, and that will finish your bed, giving you that nice sleeping space in case you do have some additional guests. As I mentioned, this is the elegant truffle interior here. I think it has a nice look to it. I think Arctic Fox did a good job on their color schemes this year. Window right here, big window to let in some natural light, an additional window right over here. Also, you have cup holders back here. Just, again, kind of a nice little extra feature there. Now, if we take a look underneath, a couple things here. You do have an electrical outlet in the dinette there. So if you do need to, you know, sit here, work on a laptop or tablet and have a place to plug in, you do have that. Now right here, this is a drop-down compartment. So this makes it nice and easy to access anything in there. You know, without taking up any space, you still get full access to that entire space there underneath the dinette. This just makes it a little bit easier to get into rather than having to lift up the cushion. Over here, however, they did opt for a drawer. So you can see you have a nice big drawer here. So anything that, you know, you want to put away in there, you know, and again, this is definitely the easiest way to access storage underneath the dinette. But there's some stuff in the back there, so that's why your drawer is only half length and why they went with a drawer rather than a drop down. Then right here, this step, again, hidden storage. Take a look at that. We open this up. You can see the storage in there. Again, this is great too. If you don't want to put your fishing poles outside, you want to put them in here, you can do that. Maybe if you have a big rifle, something like that, you can put that in there as well. Just as I mentioned, they do a good job of using all the space here. Let's take a quick look at the cab over. There's a lot of stuff to talk about up here as well. So you do have the curtition. This, of course, closes off for that privacy in case you do have guests staying the night on the dinette there. If we take a look over here, we'll start over here, kind of work our way around, take a look at the storage. This drops down. That gives you access to kind of like that trough-like space. You have the foot lockers on both sides where you can access. It kind of goes all the way through. You can see the foot lockers there. So this whole thing on both sides is all storage, which is pretty cool. To open this guy up, you see this is an adjustable shelf. So that way, whatever you want to put in there, you can adjust to the height that you want it. TV right over here. This is a 12-volt TV, so it can run off the batteries, which is really nice. As you see, it is on a swing arm mount, so if you want to swing that around so you can watch it while you're in the dinette, it's certainly capable of doing that. You also see you have windows on both sides. You can get a nice cross breeze emergency exit there as well. Shelves up top. You can see the shelf right up there. So you have that on both sides too. So just again, a little bit extra storage, some backlighting up there too, which is neat. And then you see you have a wardrobe there. Again, you have that on both sides. It is mirrored, so good extra storage. The headboard itself, that's a nice big cubby hole, so you can put some stuff in there. And then look, on both sides of the bed, you have electrical outlets as well as charging centers. So you have 12 volts on both sides and a couple of USB ports, so that way you can charge all electronics and then just stick them right there in the headboard. Of course, dual reading lights there. You do have speakers up here. You can see the vent, and it does have the cover. The hatch covers are nice if you are camping in colder weather. Also, your double stage LED light, kind of like is in the kitchen, you have that one right there too. Last thing I want to mention is right over here, this nice extra storage. You can see again, you have additional wardrobe right over here tucked away. This is the countertop extension that I was talking about. And again, it just has a nice little convenient spot to put it away right there when you need it. Take it out and you have a much larger kitchen. But all right, folks, that pretty much wraps it up. Again, this is a 2017 Arctic Fox 1150. This one is in the elegant truffle interior. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, I recommend you give us a call here at American RV, or you can take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.